It looks like Outlander is gearing up to finally answer some of the biggest questions in Season 8, especially with the introduction of a new time-traveling character in Season 7. I have to admit, it's exciting to see these new twists, because after 7 seasons, there are still so many loose ends to tie up. And with Season 8 coming, which is expected to wrap up the series, fans are holding their breath to see how it all comes together. Things got even more complicated with the most recent finale, where the shocking reveal suggested that Jamie and Claire's first daughter, Faith, might somehow have survived infancy. That revelation alone opens a whole new set of questions for the next season, and it's clear that Season 8 has a lot of work to do. Fortunately, though, all the key players are in position, and there's a sense that answers are on the horizon. One of the big things Season 8 will need to handle is finally explaining how Faith Fraser could have survived and gone on to have a life of her own. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Time travel, which has always been at the heart of Outlander, also needs some serious attention. Back in Season 1, Claire's journey through time seemed like a one-off accident, almost like she stumbled onto it by chance. But over the seasons, it's become clear that there's more to it than just random luck. Time travel in this world appears to be genetic, and certain characters are drawn to specific points in history for reasons that are still mysterious. There's a bigger plan at play, although what that plan is exactly remains unclear. Thankfully, there are signs that Season 8 will start to fill in some of these gaps. Season 7 quietly introduced another time-traveling figure who could help unlock some of these mysteries. Claire met a man from the future, Captain Ezekiel Richardson, though the show hasn't outright said he's a time traveler yet. Even so, he's already stirred things up for the main characters. He warned Lord John Grey about Claire's impending arrest, and then revealed William Ranson, and when she refused, he issued orders that could have endangered William's life. Like other time travelers in Outlander, Richardson seems to have a clear plan and purpose for traveling through time, which makes me hopeful that Season 8 will shed light on what that purpose is. Richardson's involvement, along with hints from other characters like Master Raymond, suggests that Season 8 could finally explore the larger picture of time travel in the series. While Richardson claims to be a rebel posing as a redcoat, the books hint that he traveled back in time with the goal of stopping American independence. Interestingly, his goal isn't purely selfish. He believes that if the colonies never break away from England, slavery could end sooner, and the Civil War might be avoided altogether. Of course, history has shown that no one in Outlander has ever really succeeded in changing the past, and it seems that time travelers are more like pieces in a larger cosmic game. That's where Master Raymond comes in as well. He's another traveler who appears to subtly guide others who have slipped through time. Since both characters appeared in Season 7, it feels like the stage is set for Season 8 to start revealing how all of this fits together. Even though Captain Richardson and Master Raymond hint at a bigger plan, there's no guarantee that Season 8 will fully explore it. For example, Season 2 never addressed Comte Saint-Germain's time-traveling abilities, and it's unclear if he'll ever be revisited. There's a chance the show could ignore Richardson's true nature entirely, or treat Raymond's appearance as a one-off moment. Still, given how central time travel has always been to the series, I hope Season 8 leans into it more than ever. After all, Outlander is fundamentally a time travel fantasy story, and while the romance between Jamie and Claire takes center stage, the way time travel shapes their lives and the lives of others around them is what gives the series its magical, unpredictable energy. Jamie and Claire's romance is the emotional anchor, and the historical backdrop adds layers of tension and intrigue. But really, the heart of the story is about destiny and the way characters are mysteriously drawn into each other's lives across time. Claire was born, and while Claire's time travel journey is central, she's far from the only one pulled by fate. The bigger question the show could answer is why all of these characters, from different points in history, keep crossing paths. Why are they drawn together across centuries? That's the kind of question Season 8 should tackle if it wants to truly honor the foundations of the series. Another long-standing mystery that needs attention is something presented in the very first Outlander book, Jamie's Ghost. It's been 34 years since Diana Gabaldon released the end of 2025. This means the series will likely provide its own version of events, separate from the books, and that leaves fans wondering how certain mysteries, like Jamie's ghostly appearances, will be resolved. Jamie's ghost has been a compelling thread from the very beginning. In the first book and the early TV seasons, there's this haunting image of him watching over Claire from afar after she returns to the 20th century. It raises all kinds of questions. If Jamie lives and dies in the past, how does his spirit bridge centuries to connect with Claire in her present? The simplest answer the show could give involves Jamie's astral projection abilities. While he doesn't physically time travel, his consciousness can move across time and space while he's asleep, allowing him to visit family or even see Claire in the future. That would be an easy way to explain the mystery, but it would feel underwhelming for a storyline that is in meaningful resolution. His appearances are tied to the show's early mysticism and sense of destiny, and reducing them to a dream would rob the story of its emotional weight. Instead, there's an opportunity to connect the dots between the magical, tragic beginnings of Jamie and Claire's romance and the story's conclusion. Even though Season 8 might explore historical events and family drama, the emotional stakes, the sense of loss, longing, and destiny should remain front and center. This is especially true because the early seasons emphasize the tragedy of their love. Jamie and Claire are star-crossed in the truest sense, separated by time, and their story has always balanced romance with the tension of inevitability. Even if the show takes creative liberties, Season 8 should preserve that feeling of desperation and the sense that their time together is fleeting and precious. One possible approach could involve Jamie facing danger or even death again, such as during the Battle of King's Mountain, with Claire using her healing abilities to bring him back. A scene where his soul reconnects with her in the future could beautifully threads of the series, showing that love can endure across both time and tragedy. Meanwhile, Season 7 has already set up some of these elements. Captain Richardson's manipulations, Master Raymond's guidance, and even the survival of Faith Fraser all hint at a larger, more intricate time travel narrative. If Season 8 fully leans into these elements, it could provide clarity about why certain characters are drawn together and why history seems to flow the way it does, despite their interventions. The show could explore whether there really is a plan guiding these time travelers, and whether they have roles they've meant to play beyond their personal desires. Even though previous seasons occasionally left some threads dangling, Season 8 seems like the right moment to finally tie them together. At the same time, it's crucial that Season 8 doesn't take shortcuts. Fans have waited decades for answers, and some of these mysteries, especially Jamie's ghost, deserve more than a quick explanation. The beauty of Outlander has always been its blend of romance, historical drama, and magical realism, and it would be disappointing if the show abandoned those core strengths in its final season. It should aim to bring all the narrative threads full circle, honoring the series' original tone while giving characters and fans the closure they deserve. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.